Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Apologies for the lack of video yesterday. I was a little bit hungover, a little bit worse for wear, and had a few other things on that New Year's Day. But we are back now with our first video of 2022, of the second of 2022. Two is basically my lucky number. I have actually have one of those what are they called, VIP, or I think people call them vanity numbers, or one of those basically numbers that I've had for a lot of years now, which is mostly twos. I was born on the 2nd. Our first video is on the 2nd, and it is 2022. So let's hope this is going to be a lucky year. I guess a lucky year. If it's a lucky year for me, I'm involved in a lot of the same stuff you guys are in, so it could be a lucky year for all of us. So yes, let's hope. Let's keep our fingers. Well, let's not keep our fingers crossed. It'll be a bit restrictive, won't it, for just general day-to-day life. But you guys know what I mean. But anyway, so yeah, that all being said, let's go straight over to our Bitcoin 4-hour chart. So yeah, Bitcoin is for sure testing this support level, testing our patience. Testing the resolve of the leverage in the market, but yeah, at present we are still managed to hold above this area. It's quite nice to see us back above the actual top side of it, so basically above 47,000. Obviously by the skin of our teeth, by a whisker, we're above 47,000. But like I said, it's good to see we are. If we can try and get basically back above 48,500, I think is, like I've said, the point. If we close over there, the point that we could then realistically make a run for the top side of our sideways range. That is, like I have been saying, not to say we are going to break through, but clearly being at the top side of the range is where we have to be if we are going to break through, because we can't break through the top side of the range down here. And in fact, obviously the opposite is true, that we could break down and obviously have to test some lower levels around 41,000. So we do need to get this support. We do need to fully and formally get back above 48.5, and then try and test the top side. Obviously people will be trickling back into the office as of later next week. Maybe even not until the week after. It is a bank holiday over here in England on Monday. But yeah, as of Tuesday, the rest of the week, and then obviously the week after, things should start to there should be more volume come back into the market. Things should start to look a bit more reminiscent of normal trading volumes. So yeah, we should see what happens. That's not inherently a good or a bad thing. We like to hope, with our optimistic bias, that it is a good thing as people come back in and want to reapply their longs that they've been cashing out of for tax purposes. But yeah, that is obviously hopium, but not founded in anything unrealistic. But yeah, let's look at some other charts. Let's look at the Ethereum Satoshi pairing, just coiling up here. I mean, you could say it looks like a bear flag. It pretty much does, but that's only in that short term. In the longer term, it's kind of looking like a bull flag, but it is tightening up though, very tightening, very low vol here, at what you could draw as an apex. So we could be looking for an expansion of volatility and a move in this. Can we get a move back up towards this box, and then maybe pull back off that and then continue through, or are we going to get a move to the downside and potentially take out this support area? We shall have to see. The Ethereum USD pairing pretty firmly in this lower range again now, but finding support at this horizontal, which is good. If it can, obviously this needs to make its way back above. We can just call it 4,000, and then it will not look so bad. Anything if we start to come down to the low 3,000s, it clearly won't be looking good. But thus far, there seems to be buying at roughly the midpoint-ish of this range. So hopefully we can get supported here. But ultimately, this is a dollar value. I mean, realistically, it's just going to follow the dollar value of Bitcoin. What else do we want to look at here? Yeah, S&P, obviously we just look at where we basically close. We are obviously it's a very aggressive move to the upside here. Are we gonna basically test higher after consolidating a bit here, or are we gonna come and forward check, back check into this around 4,700 area before paychecking our way to the upside? We shall have to see. The problem is, if we do make a move down like this, I can't see Bitcoin not losing this level that we're at. But obviously, if we are to move to the upside, then I can't see, then at the very least I can't see Bitcoin losing that level, and then obviously that's the very least for the bulls, and we'd hope it would actually drag us onwards and upwards. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. Not really much else. It's obviously the weekend. It is Sunday today, although yesterday felt like very much like a Sunday for myself, obviously with New Year's Eve being Friday, seeming like a Saturday. But yeah, it is not. It is Sunday today, guys. So yeah, it is Sunday. So no traditional markets or anything open or anything like that. Yeah, not really much else to look at here. Like I said, we're in this range. Just look at the horizontals. We lose it, we come lower. If we can start to establish this as a low within our shorter term price action here within the sideways range, then realistically we just target the top of the range and then just see how we interact with that level. If not, if we lose, we just drop into the lower range. Maybe with Ethereum we do get supported around the 44,000 area, as in maybe in Ethereum obviously it's got its lower range, but it's getting supported at the midway point. Or we do fully and formally come all the way down and test lower. If it wouldn't be the worst thing if we do lose this and then do hold SwissBorg, because that would clearly be, I know this is a wick, but it'll be higher than the low here, and then plus we don't realistically want to be coming into this level, and then if we don't, then obviously that's a wick, but this price action was down here, so this would then obviously be a marginal higher low relative to this. But yeah, come on, we are clutching at straws there. We just need to hold this, make our way onwards and upwards, and make this the higher low level. But yeah. Yeah, that all being said though, I have high hopes for this year. I am a subscriber to the lengthening cycle. I mean, it clearly it's just how as more volume and more participants come into an asset class, the cycles have to lengthen. It is just math. Yeah, and if we then have that lengthening cycle, bullishly, obviously more bullish price action into next year, potentially even deep into next year, but just in a slow grind upwards, obviously with our usual BTC volatility, although slightly less volatility than obviously in previous years. But if we do that, then it could be a very good year. It could be a very good year. Obviously I am, for these superstitious optimistic reasons, very bullish for my own personal reasons, because of just purely based on numerology, however you say it. But yeah, that is it, guys. This is clearly so far from financial advice. I am so clearly not a financial advisor. So yeah, happy new year once again to everybody. Thank you for all you guys that have been watching my videos and have been subscribed here for the previous year. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, again, thank you for listening, and I shall speak to you guys soon.